Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. More police personnel to be assigned to St. Anne. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang has promised that additional police personnel will be deployed in St. Anne as the population of the parish grows. Following a tour of the police stations in the parish, Dr. Chang said the police have to respond to the safety and security needs of visitors as well as residents of the parish. He added that this calls for not only different crime-fighting strategies, but also an increase in personnel and other resources. Murder down in Westmoreland, St. James. Assistant Commissioner of Police Clifford Chambers, commanding officer for Area 1 Police, has revealed that there has been a reduction in murders in some western parishes arising from the use of states of emergency as a crime-fighting tool. This measure is currently in effect in the parishes of St. James and Westmoreland. On Sunday, ACP Chambers told reporters that the police in both parishes have been seeing a reduction in major crimes. He admitted, however, that there are some sections of Westmoreland not previously identified as crime hotspots that are showing an increase in criminal activity. According to the Jamaica Constabulary Force, over the period January 1, 2023 to June 24, 2023, James Police Division recorded the highest number of murders across all police divisions, with a total of 97 killings. This is nevertheless a reduction in comparison with the corresponding period last year, when they were compared 111 homicides. Westmoreland recorded the second highest number of murders for the same period this year, with a total of 57 such killings, as against 72 for the corresponding period in 2022. ACP Chambers added that while there appears to be an increase in non-gang related shootings and murders, the police are experiencing success in those investigations. Private schools under pressure to retain teachers amid public sector salary hike. The implementation of the government's new public sector compensation scheme has increased pressure on principals of private schools to retain teachers as more leave for the attractive salaries in the public sector. In an interview, Wesley Boynes, president of the Jamaica Independent Schools Association, said the movement of teachers from the independent school system to public schools has become more pronounced since the hike in salaries. Mr. Boynes said at a recent meeting with principals, they expressed concern about the teacher shortage and discussed ways to deal with the problem. He said it is expected that some principals will increase school fees come September in order to retain their teachers and in response to factors such as inflation. But Mr. Boynes added that the principal has been encouraged to highlight the teachers the non-financial benefits of remaining with their institutions. The principals will create different types of packages for their staff members with a lot of non-financial benefits, and I believe that many of our teachers will choose to hold on to those positions because apart from financial limitations, our teachers who work in private schools are very happy. It's a very peaceful environment, he suggested. He said principals will also be forced to become more creative and inventive to attract more people. I saw one private school in Montego Bay a couple of days ago. The way how they did the graduation, they have a big march, parade through the street, and many parents looking on were saying, "I want my child to be there," he pointed out. Mr. Bond said he believed parents of children attending preparatory schools will come in terms with the inevitable increase in institutions. I know the parents are facing a challenge because it's not like their salaries are getting larger, and now they have to pay a bigger school fee in many instances. But I think that they recognize the value that their children are getting attending our schools, he reasoned. CCTVs to be installed from Outrest to Discovery Bay, stated Chang. Closed-circuit television CCTV cameras will be installed along the Northern Coastal Highway between Outrest and Discovery Bay in St. Anne under Jamaica Eye. In making the disclosure, Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang said the cameras, which will be strategically positioned, will serve as a robust crime-fighting tool and enhance public safety and security. We're looking at a specific expansion of Jamaica Eye that will cover the entire corridor from Outrest to Discovery Bay. We currently have cameras in Outrest, and that's all working very well. Jamaica Eye adds a new dimension to policing that is very useful, Minister Chang stated. He was addressing members of the St. Anne's business community at a meeting held at Couple Sands Hotel in Outrest on Saturday. The National Surveillance System Jamaica Eye is a network of CCTV cameras across the island that monitors public spaces and assists the authorities in responding to incidents of crime, accident, or disaster. Launched in 2018 with about 180 cameras, the system now boasts just over 850 devices. Jamaica Eye falls under Plan Secure Jamaica, which is geared towards creating a safe, secure, cohesive, and just society, thereby providing an environment for increased and sustained growth and prosperity. Minister Chang reaffirmed that government's commitment to tackling crime and violence and emphasized the importance of building a modern and efficient police force that can effectively address the evolving nature of criminal activities. He said the government recognizes that providing the police force with the necessary tools, resources, and training are essential in ensuring that law enforcement personnel can perform their duties effectively. We are making every effort to improve the policing infrastructure and the number of personnel. We currently recruit 1,300 to 1,400 officers a year, and it is the first time any government has made attempts to expand the force to meet policing demand, he pointed out. We have to acquire additional transportation, fix the stations, and we're looking at legislative changes. We have done some with the Firearms Act, and we have more to do. We recognize the problems, and we are sincerely committed to spending the capital to provide a safer space in the region, Chang assured. Construction of transfer station in Trelawny is still on. The construction of a transfer center for solid waste in the parish of Trelawny is still on the cards, assured Public Cleaning Manager at the Western Park and Mark WPM Waste Management Limited, Mark Jones. Jones revealed that engineers are now at work with the development of the transfer station for Trelawny. Now with Falmouth and its environs, by extension Trelawny, the parish has grown quite a bit that we saw it fit to put a transfer station, and that will be located just above Daniel Town. So the engineers are still at the work with that transfer station that will put in there, Jones stated. He was speaking at Tuesday Municipality Corporation's Mayor Forum held in Water Square, Falmouth recently. The construction of the facility was first announced in 2018 by Minister of Local Government and Community Development Desmond McKenzie. Jones underscored that the transfer station in Trelawny will significantly reduce the amount of time that trucks will travel back and forth because there is now a holding area for solid waste. Instead of a truck to transverse to the retirement landfill and taking an hour to turn around, we could possibly get 3 compactors loaded, moved within that environment to the disposal site to the transfer station, and you will have a larger unit like 40 feet that will compact the waste and remove that to the retirement landfill. So that study have not yet been completed, but it's work in progress, Jones stated. He implored individuals to desist from dumping at illegal sites as they can face punitive action if caught. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.